What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again with another action figure review, and as promised, we're going to be finishing up, not today, not with this review, but it's on the way, finishing up our celebration of 85 years of Marvel by Hasbro Marvel Legends. I told you that he was coming, and he's here. We have got Hulkbuster Iron Man. You see the packaging, 85 years, celebrating 85 years. You see everything that we got going on. We haven't had a comic-based Hulkbuster Iron Man since the Toy Biz days. And we're going back into the 2000s, as in, prior to 2010. So it's been that long. We've gotten a couple iterations of the MCU Hulkbuster, but not one for the comics from Hasbro. But we can't say that anymore. You can check it off the list. This is, I believe, we would consider this the first iteration of the Hulkbuster armor. There have been different designs, and this isn't my favorite design, but I'm glad to have this, because at least we've got one, and he is quite sizable. Let me tell you, he's got some weight to him as well. Combined with Odin, who we will be closing out our 85-year celebration with, came in the same box. Let me tell you something, that box is heavy. So glad I get free shipping, because that would have cost. Anyway, you see what we got going on there. The logo, once again, we've got some artwork on the side, and then you get a larger version of that artwork. This is taken from a comic issue. It shows Extremis Iron Man facing off against the Hulkbuster, and we've got a readout, so we'll do that, because once again, we don't get them that often with Marvel Legends these days. So this is the 85th anniversary celebration, so I guess that's why we got it going on now. A specialized suit designed by Tony Stark, the Hulkbuster armor allows him to stand toe-to-toe with the Hulk when needed. Yeah. Bring it back to the front so we can get a look at that packaging. So glad that we're back to having the window packaging, because this is cool, especially for any in packaging collectors that they don't remove theirs. This is how they want to display it. But since I'm not one of those, mine comes out of the packaging. Here you go. You got to look at the clamshell and the contents within. You see the accessories. We've got a pair of fists. We've got a Tony Stark head sculpt. Those two items below are the exhaust valves that go in the rear of Hulkbuster, and what you see down below are the chest plate and the back of the armor. And from out of the clamshell to onto the rotating base, this is what Hulkbuster looks like. And this is what he looks like with his chest and rear pieces on, along with the exhaust system. Very nice, very bulky. Those extra pieces really increase the girth of the Hulkbuster armor. Looks pretty good on him, and yeah, let's take a closer look at him. But before we do, let's take a closer look at those other accessories. Here are the fists that he comes with, and here is the head sculpt of Tony Stark. You see, all you got to do is pop him on. We'll show him with the head on in a minute. I've got Hulkbuster totally in frame, because I don't normally do this. I'm very inconsistent when it comes to taking measurements, but when you get a big boy like this, I believe that it is required to do so. Our boy here is definitely over 9. I would say he's closing in on 9.5 inches tall. Peeping some of the details on our Hulkbuster, we've got some nice details going on with the faceplate, the lenses, the eye slits have like a gray coloring in there, and then you've got a grill for the jawline. as well as the chin line. The chest plate, I'm old school. This is a uni-beam. Forget all that arc reactor crap. You want to talk MCU, we'll talk arc reactor. When you look at the side, I'm going to turn them a bit. You've got, you see, we've got some nice detail there showing the conduits and the connecting circuitry. And you get that on both sides. Very nice attention to detail. Looking at the shoulder, the shoulder pads there, you've got this webbing type of texture going on. Very nice. Very nice attention to detail. We've got these nodules here painted silver, and then of course the arm gauntlet got the gold going on there, molded in red, and it continues on into the inside there. Same thing on the opposite side. Gotta love that. I'm going to turn to the back real quick before we go further down. Well, up here, though, there are those exhaust nodules, that those ports that I told you about. They just pop in. They are ported and keyed, so they go in a certain way. Keep that in mind. And then, of course, you've got this action going on here. It looks like it's a fan. And then some nice silver paint going on. You've got some nice circuitry and conduit and connectors, servos right here. Very nice, painted silver, of course. And turning back around, we get to the legs. And you see you've got more circuitry there at the hips. Of course, we're gold here. And it's looking like our Hulkbuster is blazing the Speedo when you look at it like that. And I'll move the arm out the way a little bit so you can see more of that gold like webbing going on there. You've got more of those nodules. Hasbro did a great job of playing this off. This is where the pins are, so that's pretty cool. It looks like it's just part of the armor. You've got gold knee pads, then the shin guards. You see how they look. And then, of course, with the feet, you've got some more of that silver, those nodules going on. Very nice. Very nice indeed. As far as the head goes, I may as well go over the articulation first before I show that. You'd, of course, have no neck movement, so you're not going to get any up or down. You can get left and right, though, with this, so it will rotate. The arms, that's the highest you're getting in terms of a T-pose. You can go rotate it. The shoulder pads will not get in the way. You've got a bicep right there, single jointed elbow, which you usually get with the big guys. And once again, expert concealing of the pin. Very cool. You also, I want to mention, we don't have butterfly joints. So this right here is basically the furthest you're going to, splay out, which of course translates to this is the closest you're going to get your hands to clasp. You got swiveling wrists with horizontal hinges. You got a diaphragm crunch, so you can definitely go left, right. You can lean back that far. I just lost the module there. You can only go forward that far. You can left and right it, so that's cool. And I already said you can play the spin game. May as well show where you key in over here. Notice that it's circular, but it goes straight there. So you just line that up and push it in. And that's just like that. Down to the hips. You can do the splits better than a lot of previous Spider-Man figures, that's for sure. You can kick forward that far. go back that much. He's got double jointed knees. I already showed how the pin was being hidden. Very nice. He can point his toe that far forward, that far up. He does have ankle pivot. He's got holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And yeah, that's basically the articulation scheme on our Hulkbuster. As far as what I was saying before about the head, you can pop that off like that. Then you take Tony's head and you just pop that on, if it'll go on. Yeah, it's on. So that's what Tony Stark's head looks like in there. Now, that was a dumbbell, so you can go up a little bit, down. You get some attitude, left, right, and of course you can spin it. So that's pretty cool. I was looking at another review from my friend, I believe it was X-Man 87, because I seen a couple of these reviews, but yeah, it was X-Men 87, and he had mentioned that it would have been nice if the helmet was on a hinge so it could be up like that. While I've got it up, I may as well show we get some nice circuitry in inside the helmet, which is cool, and we get circuitry right there at the top of the chest. So that in of itself is also very nice. So you can get an idea of how large Hulkbuster is. We will check out a recently reviewed figure, also part of the 85th anniversary celebration. We've got Scar, son of Hulk, and that guy was big. I neglected. I should have taken a measurement of him, so I will do so now, just because we've got him standing up there. And Scar himself is standing over 8 inches tall. And now for the comparison we really want to see, we've got the original Hulkbuster from Marvel Legends. This was the Toy Biz version, and it was cool for its time because it was a larger figure. Everybody's always into larger figures. This was not a Build-A-Figure. This was an actual release. Probably, oh wow, I can't even remember, but it wasn't a deluxe figure. It was a basic. It was just a figure. This was about probably $9 back then, which is crazy. But yeah, that's what it was. And you see the proportions are crazy. It's got the knuckle drag arms going on. One positive thing it did have was that lifting helmet that I was talking about, and Tony Stark's head was already within. We have some nice paint applications going on, showing all the controls and what have you. So yeah, that was pretty nice. And yeah, this was a very nice figure. I've got some fading on my left wrist gauntlet there, wrist guard, but yeah, it still has withstood the test of time. And as big as our comic base Hulkbuster is, still kind of pales beside the MCU version, and this is a Build-A-Figure. And finally, this comparison serves a dual purpose. We've got the Extremis Iron Man up so you can see what Hulkbuster, how he sizes up against a normal sized figure, as well as for this, the closing shot, as I do my level best to simulate the artwork on the rear or inside of the packaging. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'll tell you what I think about the Hulkbuster Iron Man from Marvel Legends, celebrating 85 years of Marvel. This is a much needed and wanted update. I'll say it again, it's not my favorite design, but I still am a fan. Can't front. Doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just not my favorite. But it's still great. I'm glad to have it. The things that I think could have been done to improve would be to have the helmet on a hinge when you lift up to reveal Tony Stark's head. That would be pretty cool. It would have been nice if the fingers on these open hands were articulated. That would have helped too, especially since you can't really grasp anything with the pose that these hands are molded in as is. You can't throttle anybody. Even a normal sized figure, you can't really do the Thanos throttle, as I like to call it. But I digress. It would have been nice, but that's not what we got. Still a nice figure. It's tall, it's beefy, it's bulky, and you do have decent articulation for a figure this size. Another con, it would have been nice to have gotten some type of blast effects. Even though this armor is meant to brawl, it still has the ability to fire repulsor rays, so that would have been kind of nice, but we didn't get that either. Still in all, it's a very nice figure. I'm glad to have it. What do you guys think of the figure? What do you think about this closing shot here? Let me know in the comments below while you're down there. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And definitely there's a bell down there you could hit to be notified when I upload another video. So you can do that as well. Almost done, y'all. We got one more 85th anniversary celebration figure to do. And I'm saving the king to bring up the rear. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thanks for rocking me, guys. Peace.